Voters decided city council members should come from 10 separate areas of town instead of being elected at large.
It's supposed to give people in each area a voice in making city policy. But while candidates for council live in different parts of the city, much of the money they use to run for office still comes from one area.
And that got KXAN's political reporter Phil Prazen asking questions and digging through records to follow all the campaign cash. Phil?
Well, Robert and Sydney, some council members get nearly all of their money from outside the district, and critics worry they'll listen to the people with the money more than the people they actually represent. So we crunched all the campaign figures for the 2018 city election cycle, and we found a common theme. We mapped out who donates to campaigns and where they live. Now, this map shows donations in District 1. The pink area shows the district boundaries. The green and yellow parts on the map shows where the money comes from, and you can see most of the money comes from other parts of town. It's also happening farther south in District 3. In fact, candidates often go to one part of town to get donations, an area that acts like an ATM for council campaigns.
If there's a pothole in one of the less affluent districts versus one of the wealthy districts that's funding all the campaigns, you have to wonder which one's going to get fixed first.
Anthony Gutierrez helped write this report for the watchdogs Common Cause and Texans for Public Justice. It looks at data from the last election and reveals nearly half of all donations came from District 10, the wealthy northwest part of Austin. That district bankrolls candidates running across the city.
It's important because policy really bends in the direction of donors.
Take City Councilwoman Delia Garza. She represents a low-income area, District 2. She raised $63,000 for her campaign, but 95% of it came from donors outside of her district. I asked her if that outside money dictates the policy she pushes.
No.
She tells me all but one of her in-person fundraisers were held in her district, and she spent most of her campaign time block walking there to listen to her constituents. But she's not surprised by the numbers.
They have very tight budgets, and they have less of an ability to give to charitable donations or to, political campaigns.
Then take District 4 City Councilman Greg Kassar. He raised $145,000 for his race. 92% of it came from outside his district.
And there is a real issue in that wealthy people have a disproportionate amount of power in politics.
He says people in his district don't have enough money either, so he asked them to help in other ways.
They may not have a lot of money to give, but gave a lot of their time and their effort.
But wasn't the change to 10-1 supposed to stop one part of Austin from holding power over the others?
Campaign fundraising is essential to anybody. The problem is, in a poor area, you've got to chase the money just like somebody in a rich area.
Longtime political consultant Peck Young was a prominent voice to move the council away from a citywide at-large system to 10-1. Now, he says that change didn't solve the problem entirely. To him, it appears getting council members to live in different parts of town was just a first step.
Somebody in a poor part of town is not going to raise most of their money from poor people, even though they may represent those folks and represent them very well. So financing is separate from representation.
Young says the largest donors are the people who often benefit from current city policies, the real estate, development, hotel, and entertainment industries.
But Phil, isn't this always the case? People pay to get access to policymakers.
Yes, but Gutierrez, who wrote that report, says it doesn't have to be. He says public financing for city elections is a way to make sure council members raise money from their own district. He's pushing an idea called democracy dollars. It would use city tax dollars to give eligible people vouchers up to $100. Voters could then use that to donate to candidates in their area. A city report estimates that would cost taxpayers in Austin $1.5 million per year. The council will take the idea up next year. Council members Garza and Kassar told me that they support that plan because they'd rather be listening and talking to more of their own constituents.
Phil, thank you. Well, online now, you can find out where your council members get their campaign funds. Check out our interactive tool right now at KXAN.com.